Alright, in this video we're going to be talking about finding the area on a coordinate plane. So here are the two questions that we hope to answer in this little tutorial. The first one is, how do I count the side of a shape correctly? And the second question is, how do I find the area of regular shapes on a coordinate plane? So go ahead and pause the video at this time and write these questions down. Our first problem is we have a regular shape here of a square, and this is a 12 by 12 square. Now hopefully you could pause the video and try and count it yourself, but I'm going to show you a couple different ways in order to help you figure out how to find the side. I like to just count the whole lines from one line to the other. So if you were to count this side here, you would count 12 black lines starting from the beginning to the end. Another way to do it is to count boxes. And since both sides are the same, since it's a square, you could just count boxes. 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box, 5 box, 6 box, all the way down to 12. So each side is 12 by 12. Right? I just answered the first question for you. You could count lines from line to line, or you could count boxes in order to get the right amount per side. So that's how you count the side. So to find the area, right? Well, you could either look it up on Google, how to find the area of a square. All area uses formulas. And the area, to find the area of a square, that is length times width. Or in our case, since each side is the same, they like to say of it side times side, which is the same thing as s squared. So I'm going to take 12 squared, or the same thing as 12 times 12. So all I do is insert in this 12 here for L, and this 12 here for W. I'll just put a W by it. So we get A equals 12 times 12, which is the same thing as 12 squared, which is the same thing as 144. And this would be 144 units squared, because this is a two-dimensional shape. That's how I remember the exponent of a 2 is because there's two dimensions to it, a length and a width. Next problem, we're going to have a triangle. And we have to find the area of the triangle. And I've purposely made this one a non-right triangle. A right triangle will look something like this, or it could look something like this. Hopefully the lines are straight. And it's going to have a box, but at the corner that signifies that that is a 90-degree angle. That's why we call that a right triangle. Well, when it's a right triangle, it's very easy to find the height. Well, in this triangle, there is no right angle. So I have to take the top point, the apex of the triangle, and I have to count down. So I have to use that knowledge that I just used previously in counting the sides. So I'm going to count the lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this triangle has a height of 7. Now in most problems you do, it will have the numbers for you. But I just want to make sure and specify that you know how to find the height of a non-right triangle. And then the base. The base, I'm going to count it right here. I'm going to use the box method. 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box, 5 box, 6 box, 7 box, 8 boxes. So this has a base of 8. And then to find the actual area of a triangle, the area of a triangle can be best summed up as base times height divided by 2. Now there are different ways to say this. You could say 1/2 base times height. You could say 0.5 times base times height. I like base times height divided by 2. So you take 7 times 8, or 8 times 7, sorry, the base is 8, the height is 7, and you divide that by 2. So you get 56 divided by 2, which is 28 units squared. So hopefully these two videos helped you find area on a coordinate plane.